What are you doing out here?
Well, we've got the latest car in. This is a 65 Olds Cutlass that a guy named Frank brought us in. It's his dad's car actually, and as you can see, years ago the hood flew up and it hit the windshield, hit the roof here. Nice line from the chrome, busted the chrome, hit this, broke the windshield. But anyway, the story on this car is this car was converted to propane actually. They bought off a guy that was driving it around on propane, and he let it sit for a year or two. He just parked it, gave up with it because of this whole hood situation. And then Frank and his dad came along and bought it, and they've had it sitting for the last 6 years, and they haven't ran it. Now it had all this propane system, I'll show you in the back here. It had this system on this, you know. This is not the thing to do in my opinion on a collector car, but to each their own. People were doing it back in the day because propane, the government used to give you a grant on it, and they would pay literally for half of it, and that's when propane used to be like 15-19 cents a liter. And how do I know all this stuff? Because guess what, all you YouTube fans? I did propane conversions for like 10 years straight. I probably did more conversions than you've had lunches. This is called a dual manifolded tank with an IMCO 300 mixer, with a Model E regulator and a VFF30 lock-off. That probably makes no sense to you, and who cares, because you know what? This stuff makes me so happy, because after 10 years of working in a propane shop and converting every vehicle to propane and being a gas guy that I am, I fucking love the fact I can rip this shit off something and put it back on gas like it should be. That fucking shit belongs on a barbecue. Get that crap out of here. So anyway, obviously we've taken it off because we're going to put the car back to gas. The car is actually, if you look it over, it's not in bad shape. You know, I mean, for 1965. It's pretty solid. Little two-door. It's got the console in there and the bucket seats, automatic. Floor seems solid. I mean, there's surface rust, but floor seems solid.
Is that the original tack in there?
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Let me shut this phone off here. Who's this? Oh, this is Gas Monkey Garage. They usually phone me up every now and again just to get information how to do things. Hang on, let me answer this. Aaron! Yeah, Rick here at Old Time Garage. I'll give you guys a call back soon. Okay, bye. Anyway, there we go.
You're ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. We like to have fun. So what I'm doing here is you can see the thing that I just called a mixer, which takes the place of the carburetor, was bolted on top of this carburetor. That was how they did it back in the day. They used to put an adapter plate on here and bolt it on the carburetor. So remember now, this guy parked it for a couple of years. It's been sitting for 6 years. The car has not ran. So the carburetor is probably a piece of shit. I don't know. I checked the points. They were fried, so I put a new set of points in it. I'm not about to go through the trouble of putting new plugs, new wires, all that kind of shit on a car that he just wants me to get fired up to see if the engine is even any good. It may not be. I'm not the shop that's going to go out and spend hundreds of dollars on a plugs, cap, rotor, all the bullshit, replace all the hoses, to fire it up and find out it's garbage and he's into it for that money. So what I've done, I've jerry-rigged a line here with an electric fuel pump going into a cherry can down below.
Oh, the old school one too.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got a battery. I always have a shop battery kicking around, so I'm not out buying him a battery. I'm not doing that. I've got my jumpers here, which basically you just jump it from the solenoid because he's lost the keys for this car. And so because he's lost the keys, you got no power. Usually what you do is you turn the key power on when you put your jumper on this thing. You turn your key power on and then you get power to the coil. But because he hasn't got the keys, I'm just running a jumper wire straight from the positive side to the positive side of my battery. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up this electric fuel pump. Just touch it on here. No. There it goes. Now I'm going to pour a little gas in here. You usually try and fill these up to fill the bowl up. We're not going to get it the greatest here. Billy McGee. Let's see, people. Let's see what happens after sitting all this time. Holy fuck.
It's quiet.
I can't believe it fires. I mean, we're talking, you have to remember, not only has it sat for the 6 years he's owned it and the couple years the guy parked it, this carburetor was never used prior to that because they were using it on propane. So who knows how long it was on propane for? And this thing's firing like that? Fuck. Why is it that everybody that brings me stuff like this, their fucking shit works, and when I have a car I buy like this and I go to do it, the fucking thing's knocking, smoking, and acting up?
Can you bitch about my Thunderbird again?
No, we're doing a video. We haven't. This thing hasn't ran in ages.
Nor is my Thunderbird.
Well, that's your fault.
Yeah, well, you got it running, so quit your bitch.
I did get it running. Should be enough gas. That electric pump had gas in it now. Let's just go like this.
Battery's dead.
Yeah, my battery's dead. But
It still flashed.
it flashed up. It flashed up. Can you believe that?
It's
Well,
nice.
there you go, Frank. It
It
looks
sounds
like
really
flashed.
quiet too.
It
Like
actually
it
does sound quiet.
doesn't sound like it's knocking or nothing.
No. And is there a cloud? I don't see a cloud of blue smoke laying around the
No.
backyard.
No, there was nothing. I looked while I was filming.
There we go. Well, we'll get some more gas poured in here. We'll shut the camera off right now. I'll get the battery charged up a bit. I'll do a little more, and we'll get this sucker flashed up. We'll give you guys a video here of what's going on in a second. But that's it, yeah. So basically, there you go, guys. I mean, that's it. I'm not the... like I say, I mean, Frank, if you're out there watching, we'll get this car running. I don't know what you want to do with it from here. I mean, usually when something's been sitting this long, I do suggest, you know, redoing the gasket. But we'll get it flashed up, and we'll see where it goes. Be right back.
Yep, we're filming.
Okay, we got it running better here, people. Thought we didn't really do nothing. We just managed to get it fired up and running better. So there you go, Frank. If you're out there watching, you can tell your dad, and you can watch this video. This is car running. I did a compression check on it. It's around, the battery was a bit low. I pulled all the plugs. The battery here was a little low. I put the charger on it. But it was around 125, 130 per cylinder, pretty even. So, you know, it's not like new, but there's nothing wrong with that either. If your dad's just making a little cruiser out of it for around town, shit, give it a tune-up, clean it up, and away you go. So that's what's going on there. So, we got Dave in the background. Dave's got a new shirt. I want to show everyone. Let me shut the thing off here. Dave just got back from holidays. Of course, being the nice guy I am, I made sure that he had easy jobs, so I gave him the jet skis to work on because I know he loves them. Why don't you show everyone your new shirt? There's your new shirt. See? What's that say? I'm retired, but I work part-time as a dumbass. I mean, pain in the ass. I'm sorry. I read that wrong.
I think there's a mistake here. I think there's a mistake on your shirt, Dave.
Why? What's wrong with this shirt?
It says part-time.
Yeah, he is part-time.
No, it's full-time pain in the ass. It's not part-time pain in the ass.
Oh yeah, the pain in the ass is full-time. You're right. I'm gonna get a shirt made up for you. Much like you had a shirt made for me.
Oh, very good. Do you think this is the way Jose would do it?
No, I don't think that's the way he would do it.
Oh,
But
damn.
it really doesn't matter.
Don't care.
No.
Fine.
You're doing a fine job there.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Have you found a replacement for me yet?
We're working on a replacement. Yes, we're looking for a replacement for Dave for 2 days a week. Just 2 days a week. We're not getting rid of Dave for good. Not of yet, but
Oh man.
we're working on it. We're working on it.
Work in that direction.
Can we
We're
work
working in that
faster?
direction. So yes, I'm looking for a body man for Monday and Tuesday, and that's it at the moment. And I don't want someone that has to come in here that I have to train. Please, people, here's a rant for you. You put an ad out there and you say, I'm looking for a body man. And I say it's 2 days a week, suits a retired person. I get guys that write into me that are like 18, 19 years old, and I appreciate the fact, but they have no experience and they're saying, so you're going to train me on the job? What part of the fucking ad did you not read that says, must be trained already, must have, like, no supervision? What do you not read in that ad? Or is that just the way society's getting stupider and stupider?
We've already discussed this several times.
Well,
You can't fix stupid,
you can't fix stupid.
so stop trying.
We're the outlaws of automotive restoration
Oh
here.
God.
I mean, we
You're
are
not
now.
Waylon Jennings.
Oh, Waylon, hey, if you don't like Waylon Jennings, and seriously, people, if you don't like Waylon Jennings, then you don't like yourself. My buddy Fraser taught me that one.
Oh God.
Anyway.
See, Fraser, you're affecting us at the shop all the time. It's constant one-liners from Fraser.
Let's show what's going on with this big old beast here. So remember now, this job is not a complete frame off restoration. This has got brought in, little paint, little body work. Doesn't want it to be perfect. I'll get it. And so we're just, you can zoom in there.
So this is where it was all rotten in the door. And the front fender was gone. It's all new metal in there now.
Yeah, still got a bit to finish up. But you can see we just kind of tucked in behind because he doesn't want to start doing butt welding of all this kind of stuff. This isn't that type of job on this car. So, but it's all new metal. It's going to look good, and Dave will work his magic, and away we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
The other side's done too.
Yeah.
And it looks like we're getting a delivery, so we might as well deal with that. So I
Yeah.
guess we'll sign off on the video for now. And we'll be back in a bit, or is this the end of it? All right.
We don't need to see these people anymore on YouTube, do we?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Here's a Warco guy. Here's a good Warco delivery driver here today. So if you're out there, what's Marty? Marty, if you're watching, see, he showed up on time and he brought me the parts. So there you go. So remember, it's always a good time, an old time.